Hello and welcome. It's Omari Mohammed, a high school English teacher. So today we are going to see another new lesson. It's a reading lesson titled Marriage Ceremony in Imilchil. So altogether, please to fully benefit from this lesson, you would better follow my instructions, means do what I tell you to do. Number 2, take a pen and a paper to take notes and remarks and to write down difficult vocab. Number 3, open your textbook, ticket 1, page 110 and 111. 4, remember you are in class. I'll show you a photo and then try to think about what does it represent. So what do you see here? A group of women wearing some kind of Amazigh traditional outfit. So do you have any idea about that? It's Amazigh, of course. It's an Amazigh wedding tradition, but not any wedding tradition. Imilchil festival? Yes. Do you know what is it? Maybe some of you have an idea, some of you don't, but together we'll explore it very soon. So I suggest that you go to page 110, study the words, and then tell me what they are and what they have in common. Take 3 minutes, study the words, try to understand them, translate the words that you find difficult, and then come back here. So I suggest you have done this task. So let's get started. What do you see in this photo? What these two people wearing in their hands? Very good. That's golden wedding rings. Look again at this photo. What do you see here? These two people, what are they called? A man and a woman getting married, but they have a different name. The bride is the woman and the groom is the man. So look at the eyes of the bride. What is she wearing around them? She's wearing gold. And what is she wearing here around her neck? These are jewelry or garments special for a wedding party. What do you see here? It's a natural dye called henna. And what do you see here? Yes, it's a Amazigh traditional jewelry. And again, what do you see here? What this woman is wearing? It's a traditional kaftan. Very good. And what do you see here? This is the most important thing. So please focus. We have here perfumes, jewelry, and money. So what's that? We call it a dowry. So what a dowry is? A dowry is the money, goods, or estate that a man brings to his wife in marriage. But in many other cultures, it's the opposite. It's the woman who gives the man the dowry. But here in Morocco, the man mostly give a dowry to his wife. All right, so let's move to the next task. Let's brainstorm all together vocabulary related to marriage ceremonies. Copy this chart in your copybook and then write any word that has a relationship to marriage ceremony. So I give you some time. When you finish your task, come back here again. So I suggest you have done your task. So I'm going to give you some of the words, some of the vocabulary related to marriage ceremony. Bride and groom, you have just seen them, are the man and the wife, the woman, getting married. The dowry, party, delicious food, music and dancing, customs and traditions, engagement, jewelry, garments, makeup, and rings, and also exchanging wishes and giving gifts also. So I suggest that you copy these vocabulary in your exercise part. So let's move to the next task. So you need to read the text and choose the correct answer, and then you take 10 minutes. So the purpose of the writer is to describe Tislit and Isli lakes. B, to describe a wedding ceremony in Morocco. C, to describe the wedding ceremony in Imilchil, a Amazigh village in the High Atlas. So in case if you don't have the text, I'm showing you here. This is the first part. And this is the second. So please read the text and choose the right answer. Okay, so I think that you did what I told you to do. So let's read the text all together. So the Imilchil marriage ceremony takes place in the Atlas Mountains every year. Two main Amazigh tribes participate in the festival, the Eid Hadidu and Eid Wazza. Hundreds of young men and women meet and marry at the 3-day event. Because the village are snowbound for most of the year, the festival offers an occasion for trading, amusement, and matrimony means marriage. Henna, a reddish brown organic dye, is applied to the bride's hands and feet before the wedding to ward off the evil eye. A tray is kept next to the bride with a sugar loaf, 2 raw eggs, and some perfume. On the next day, the dried henna is washed off, leaving beautiful patterns which last for up to 6 weeks. Hospitality is very important to Moroccans. A host traditionally welcomes guests by offering them milk and dates. During the wedding ceremony, the bride and groom share a bowl of milk and feed each other dates, thus symbolically becoming both guest and host for each other. On the 3rd day of the festivities, all the new married couples must go to the lakes Isli and Tislit for a traditional visit. It is believed that long ago, a young man married a young girl whose parents did not approve. The couple ran away and cried all night, and their tears created the 2 lakes. So what do you think the text is doing? So of course, if you have chosen answer C, you're correct. So the text is describing the wedding ceremony in Imilchil Festival, and Imilchil Festival is an Amazigh village in the High Atlas. So if you don't know what Isli and Tislit legend is, here is a photo that represents exactly what does it mean. So the woman here and the man there wanted to get married. They loved each other very much. They wanted to get married, but their families or tribe objected. Means they said, no, you can't marry this man. And they said, no, you can marry this woman. So they start crying and crying. So because a lot of weeping, 2 lakes were full of tears. So remember, this is only a legend. So for this occasion, the people in Imilchil Festival started celebrating it. So reread the text for a second time and match the ideas with the corresponding paragraphs. I give you more 7 minutes to do the task. So I suggest that you have done the exercises I told you to do. So the traditions related to marriage in Imilchil, in which paragraph? It is in paragraph number 2. The importance of the festival for the nearby tribes. It's in paragraph number 1. The myth of Isli and Tislit. it's in paragraph 4. And the symbolic meaning of offering milk and dates, it's in paragraph 3. So the next task is to find words or expressions meaning the same as happens in paragraph number 1, prevent in paragraph number 2, one who receives guests in paragraph number 3, and agree in paragraph number 4. So I suggest you have done all the exercises. So let's correct all together. So for number 1, for happens, it takes place. For prevent, to ward off. One who receives guests is a host. And agree means to approve. The follow-up, which famous love story you can compare Isli and Tisli to? Write a paragraph about it. So we have come to the conclusion of this lesson. Thank you very much.